Day 1. We just moved in our new house. I began to unpack my bags, my gaming setup, and cleaned my room, and arranged it to the way I wanted it to. After all those, I opened my laptop and played the 5 songs I had downloaded over and over again. As night approached, I asked myself, how will I sleep tonight? Will there be ghosts, monsters, entities that's capable of killing warm-blooded creatures in a blink of an eye? As I sleep, I repeated the line, will I die tonight? Oh no, is it over? From these worlds, lean with me. I repeated those until I fell asleep. Day 2. I woke up alive. My fear of the unknown has been exiled from my mind, knowing that there is no monsters, ghosts, or entities that would harm me throughout my life of living in our new house. I kept on building and building in Minecraft. Just to distract me, I realized that I could borrow my sister's phones, so I could watch the offline videos that they had downloaded from YouTube. I then go down to ask them, can I borrow your phone please? My sister responded with a, okay, but I'm gonna play Minecraft on your laptop. I then agreed, knowing this is a fair trade. The videos she has downloaded were very enjoying yet a bit childish, but I had to watch it, since it were the only videos I could watch at the time. As night approached, my fears no more. I then comfortably slept. Day 3. I just kept on watching all the videos on my sister's phone. Then my mom came home from the market in some places. She's informed us that she has bought potato chips on the way home. I rushed my way downstairs. I then told myself, I can control myself. I will not eat this until the Wi-Fi comes on. I placed the potato chips inside my backpack, knowing that I can control myself from food. I got bored of watching offline videos from my sister's phone over and over again. I then tried to speedrun Minecraft, but failed many times, due to my deaths taking its places. As night approached, I took a bath and slept. I saw that my window was still open. My anxiety and fear of the unknown took over my mind, but I pretended that my fear and anxiety weren't there. Day 4. I forgot that I had online classes, so I rushed off to my mom and told her, Mom, I have online classes today, right? She then gave me her phone, and of course, I took that advantage and connected to her mobile Wi-Fi. I downloaded videos and texture packs for the next day I was planning. As night approached, I thought to myself, I felt like closing the doors, but when I did that, my fear of the dark took over my mind. My feelings drove me crazy, so I decided to not close the door. So I went down to my sister's room and asked one of them if I could use their tablets as a nightlight, or one of them responded, sure. I then rushed my way back up and opened the tablet and just placed it somewhere where it was nice and still. Day 5. My grandparents moved in. It was good news for me because I was the only one on the floor I was on. I felt relieved and comfortable since they were just next room. But my fear and my anxiety were gone since now I know that I will not be alone on the floor that I'm on. I then go down to ask my mom if I could use her phone to go to my online classes, but this time I didn't use the phone 30 minutes more to download videos from YouTube. As night approached, I was feeling comfortable knowing that my grandparents were next door. I still used my sister's tablet to have a nightlight. Day 6. My mom bought nachos, but I felt like I can control myself and only eat a very tiny amount of the chips. I saved the rest for the day we will get Wi-Fi. Hopefully the Wi-Fi gets here before Christmas. But I just kept on playing Minecraft and building more stuffs. As done approach, I asked my sisters if I could play with them, since it's been a while since we haven't played. We then played hide and seek and more games just to distract me from everything. As night approached, it began to rain, but every time it rains, I always feel comfortable and relieved, since every time I see or hear rain, I remember that one cold and warm feeling from the time when I was 7. That feeling was very nostalgic. Day 7, the day where my online class ends. I really wished it stayed for a while, since I could take advantage of the mobile data and download more videos that could entertain me for the rest of the days we don't have internet. This day was very normal, but I began to make redstone contraptions since I was very good with it ever since I understood redstone when I was 12. As night approached, I was still comfortable. Very comfortable. Day 8. My mom bought more chips. I was losing it, but I only took, again, tiny amounts of the chips. I ate a tiny amount of chips as I watched the videos I watched over and over again. I began to start a survival world for myself. The first day did very great. No deaths and dominated the overworld with an iron sword and leather armor. As night approached in the real world, I still played the survival world in Minecraft since it was the only thing that's distracting me from boredom. Day 9. I was hallucinating. I'm hallucinating sounds that comes from Adopt Me. I came from Roblox that my sisters played every day. I kept on hearing the Adopt Me sounds downstairs, so I then went to ask them if the Wi-Fi has been connected. As I go to their room, they were not on their tablets. They were playing. So I thought to myself, I really am hallucinating. As night approached, my hallucinating left my mind. Day 10. Well, I was still hallucinating, but I thought, why not try to make my own texture pack? So I then looked at the texture packs that I have downloaded and listed down every single thing I like about it, from blocks, particles, to armory, weapons, display, and FPS. I then arranged my custom texture pack. 6 hours later, I made the best texture pack ever. But I took some block models and other textures from many other texture packs like Evax Fault by Ashley, Murphbolt by Kenopax, Downfault by Kenopax, Rikers 1.14 default edit, and Purple's default edit. With those, I've made the best texture pack, which I will release in my 2K subscriber special. Day 11. I began to make videos that I could upload if the Wi-Fi comes on, including this video. But overall, this day has been great. No fear, no anxiety, no stress, just me in my survival world. Although I died of filling an emoji water, which is so easy, but I do think it was just my reaction time, or the texture's just so good you get distracted. You're falling off a 7 to 8 block cliff, which could cause a death, except chickens. Overall, this day has been great. Day 12. As I was eating bread while playing Minecraft, my mom came home and told us that the internet connection was gonna come back anytime soon. She said it could be later or tomorrow or some weeks, but I'm worried because the company of the Wi-Fi brand we're getting has a very bad reputation of having a really, really long time to arrive and finish their job, even though it's a famous company and should be working on their customer service efficiency. But hopefully they come anytime soon now. Day 13. The company, the company of the brand of the Wi-Fi still hasn't arrived yet. I'm worried. It's still in control of myself and still hasn't got any mental breakdowns or any mental problems. I keep on trying to distract myself from not having Wi-Fi with the games I have downloaded on my laptop. I'm still not bored of it. Day 14. My mom left early in the morning when me and my sisters were still asleep, but the good thing is my grandparents are here. I was hoping when my mom comes home, she would tell us that the news of us getting internet back or getting us food that I could save to the day when we get Wi-Fi. When she came home, I was devastated. She she didn't brought any food that I could save, and she told us to wait for the internet to come back. I'm really concerned now. It's almost Christmas. The Wi-Fi still not Day 15. The Wi-Fi still hasn't got any news, but the good thing is my grandma bought us chips on the market. Those chips were one of my favorite chips. I didn't eat them and just save them for the day we will get internet. I realized that I have 4 or 5 chips now. I lost count of it because of distractions and other stuff. Speaking of distractions, I think I'm getting ADHD. As night approached, I thought, why not I rearrange my room? So I planned it out as I sleep. Day 16. I woke up early. It was about 7:34 in the morning at the time, so I headed down to get breakfast. After I took my breakfast, I then went to my room and rearranged it. I was hearing weird noises from my window. It turns out it was just a bird wanting to come in, but I remembered my pet bird that died of cold, so I let it inside my room. While I was taking a bath, I heard a voice downstairs. It was the Wi-Fi team. They came to put the cables and arrange the wire for the wire or for the router and some other stuff. This was a very good news for me, but 2 hours later, they went back to activate the signal and or some other stuff. I asked my mom if the Wi-Fi is gonna come on anytime sooner, but she told me they were just going to other people's houses and putting the wires and some other stuffs too. So I had to wait again, but I was still hoping that the Wi-Fi would still come sooner. As night approached, I felt comfortable with the new arrangement of my room.